And welcome. Good afternoon. My name is Rich Bontrick, the Trigger. You've seen me streaming here before on LinkedIn and Facebook and other places streaming this afternoon. But I have a special guest to bring on in. I want to meet someone that I work with, someone that I help, but someone that you may not know too much about. Are you dating? Do you want to date? Are you looking for someone to help you date? Julie Ferman is known as Cupid's coach. She's a personal matchmaker, a dating coach. She's also a host of the Cupid's Coach podcast, one of the best podcasts out there. She helps singles, professionals, executive entrepreneurs, and others define their one and only. So she moves people from me to we. That's what she really does. And here is Julie Ferman. Great to see you, Julie.
Thanks for the introduction, Rich. It's super fun.
Well, you're super fun to work with, and your clients love to work with you. And as we do this right now, you're expanding to Denver, Colorado. What a great way to celebrate.
It's amazing. I didn't expect to move to Denver, but my husband wanted to be here. Both of our boys are here. So I was in LA, built a business there, a wonderful community, alive and well. Went to Santa Fe, built a community there. It's thriving, alive and well. And here we are in Denver. You know what they call Denver? They call it Menver. So it's beautiful. I've built, I think 14 different communities, Southern California and beyond. And it's the first time I've had the chance to focus on Colorado as well. And it's just beautiful. I'm really having fun. People are very nice here. Very nice.
They're very nice. They're adventurous. They're outdoor. They're active, which a lot of communities that you've been in may not have been true because through COVID and other things, we went to the dating apps. But you're not a dating app. You're a dating matchmaker professional coach, right?
Yes, everything from free to VIP. I like serving all different segments of the population, not only the high end. And it's really beautiful. It's a stair-stepped approach. So anybody can register with me. It's free. It's private, julieferman.com. And then I jump right back in to welcome them and schedule a free call. I love to do that free call myself. It's not a team member. It's me. I want to feel them, hear them, get a sense for them. There's a consultation opportunity after that. We have a boot camp class that is amazingly popular and successful. More than half of the people who've done these first 10 boot camp classes are in a relationship, and they weren't when they started. And then personal matchmaking, of course, is available, but I will usually encourage people to explore everything else first.
Well, and you also have something specialized called mitzvah matches. You need to explain that, but not many people might know what that is.
Mitzvah is a Jewish term. My husband's Jewish, and his mother, Feisty, wait, here she is.
Feisty Firma.
Feisty Frieda Ferman. This is why we have mitzvah matches. She came to me a little bit after this photo was taken, after Al had passed. They'd been married for 55 years. And she said, Julie, I'm getting lonely on the weekends. Maybe you should find me a boy toy. I'm thinking, God, don't make me Frieda. You're 86. I know you can't promise me an introduction, but if you ever had one, it would be a mitzvah. It would be a blessing. It would be a good deed. Well, I never had to match a Rich because she had 3 more boyfriends before she died. Anybody who could drive at night was on her dance card. And then later it was COVID. And all 10 of my high-level matchmaking clients, we chose to put everybody on pause. We didn't know how bad it was going to be. And I was bored. And I'm thinking, what am I going to do? Develop a 5 o'clock martini habit? No, let's do some free introductions while we're in the middle of this pandemic. And back then, introductions looked like on the phone, on FaceTime, on Zoom, sitting on a park bench 6 feet apart with, face masks on, trying to get to know each other. We did everything. I had people meeting in parking lots, in lawn chairs. We did everything. And a lot of beautiful relationships got created. And what I noticed is that the mitzvah matches, which are the free introductions that I provide when I can, I don't promise them. I can't give them to everybody. I focus on the people who've done my boot camps, people who've done my little 1-hour Zoom consultation. I focus on those people. And we have had hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of mitzvah matches since COVID. And I've kept it going. As a matter of fact, we call it now the Mitzvah Match Initiative. There are clients who are funding it so I can expand it. Very interesting. Can you guess, Rich, what the differences would be between Like, what am I noticing as patterns with the free introductions as opposed to the introductions people have paid a whopper for? What do you think might be the difference?
They're much more wide open to say, take me on a journey, help me out, but I don't have any expectations.
They don't have a lot to lose. You're right. They
Yeah.
don't have a lot to lose. And it's more like, oh, this sounds like interesting. Sure, I'll try this. And then I share the phone numbers. They get together. If anybody blows off one of my mitzvah matches, they ghost, they flake, they disappear. What do you think I do?
They're off your list.
That's right. That's right. You don't turn away a gift from God.
Just or for Julie Ferman.
Well, I'm not God, but in a way, I get to the matchmakers kind of get to play God, but we're not really because I can't make a match happen. Now, I don't have to search for you because you're happily in a relationship, but if I
Yeah.
did, you would be easy and fun to search for, and I would share a profile with you. And if you say, "Oh, I don't think so, Julie, she's just not my type," that's as far as it goes. She doesn't know anything about you. But if
Yeah.
you say, "Yes, that's what I'm waiting for." Women think the hardest part of my job is finding quality men. Nope. It's getting the yes out of you guys when I want it. That's the
Really?
hard part. Yeah, because what's the first threshold for you as a guy? The very
I'm
first threshold.
I'm sorry, looks do count.
You're visual. That's the way
Yeah.
men are. You wanna know
Yeah.
why? 'Cause you have equipment that needs to work for the species to survive. It is that simple. Seriously. So I work with it. I go to you, and if you say yes, wow, I've got something. Then I go to her, and if she sees your profile and your photos and she says yes, then we have the match. And I share phone numbers. And I charge you both with the responsibility. Don't you drop this ball. No ghosting, no flaking, no misbehaving. I'm watching you, right? And then people get together and they report back. And it's been amazing. I keep wondering about the origins of matchmaking. If it was done for free,
Ooh.
I think it was with those little communities of Jewish people in the Yenta.
Yeah.
Busybody would
Mhm.
get in there. You know what, Rich? You really need to meet Stacy, right? Like,
Grab you by the ear and say, "Go meet her," right?
so, since I'm not really a matchmaker because I don't have your permission to match both of you, I think of myself as a possibilities broker, a relationship catalyst,
Yes.
and an inspirer of good dating tactics.
Well, you're also a podcast host of the Cupid's Coach podcast, and he is one of the highest rated podcasts out there. Congratulations. Can you
Thank
tease a
you.
little bit about the podcast?
The podcast has been one of the best things I've ever done. That and my boot camp, I am so incredibly proud of, and the mitzvah matches. I guess those are three. Um, it gives me a chance to talk about dating without a whole lot of consequences. I can call out behavior without it being a client who misbehaved who might get mad at me, right? So, and I get to interview colleagues, I get to interview relationship experts, people that I would love to spend an hour with that I'm never going to get to spend an hour with unless I put them on my podcast. It's been
Right.
amazing. So I'm committed to doing this podcast for a very long time. And it's all the great stuff that I do for free. And you can find it on YouTube or you can go to iTunes and
Yeah.
find it on the Cupid's Coach podcast.
Well, we've now converted it from audio only to a video show on YouTube. And again, you've expanded your markets. People may be curious, how many matches have you made? From me to we, how many have you made now?
Well, I know for sure about over 1,400 success story couples.
Yep.
That's dating back to 1990 when I first got into this. I stumbled into a dating service. The guy who took my money maxed out my credit cards. That man is Gil Ferman. So first he took my money, then I later flirted with him and asked him out. So we started counting way back then. And so since then, when I started my own company, much smaller company, but more focused, another 400 that I know about, lots of babies have been born. And we're really proud of the fact that we don't know of any murders.
Well, here's your website that you teased out earlier. What are they going to find when they go to you, and how can they better connect with you?
First thing to do is register privately. You can't be browsed. You don't get browsed. You don't get to browse. And then I'll reach out to you and welcome you to a free 30-minute phone call with me. I just got off of one of those and I typing as she's talking and I'm finishing her profile and loading her photos. And now she's available for referral. And she's right there in the middle of my community in Westlake Village area of California. That's where I started my company. Do I have referrals for her? You bet I do. So she just jumped on my calendar for her $295 Zoom consultation. I'll
Yep.
run a search for her. I get to watch her face and see who she's going for. Is she batshit crazy, or is she picking it? Like, is her picker on target, or gosh,
Yeah.
maybe not so much. She is 68 years old, and she tells me she's looking for a younger man. Well, that's not the end of the world. I don't reveal age, but is she going for the guy that she might have a shot at or not?
Mm.
I'll tell her like I'm her sister on that Zoom consultation. And if she's got a broken picker, I'll encourage her to be in my boot camp where we'll fix her picker.
Fix her picker. You heard it right here first. Fix her picker. Julie Ferman, Matchmaker, Cupid's coach. Again, opening up a new market in Denver, Colorado. As we wind down with our little discussion, it'll be the first of several, I'm sure. But what do you want people to really know here, Julie, about you and what you do?
I was born to do this work, and I've thought about retiring. I would suck at it. I'm going to be doing this work for at least another 25 years. So if you're single and you wish you weren't, let's engage. Whether you spend money or not, I don't care. If you're a good quality human being, I want you in my community so I can find you when I'm searching.
That's Julie Ferman, Cupid's coach. By the way, you can find her on LinkedIn, Julie Ferman, or always go to julieferman.com. I'm the Trigger, Rich Bontrigger. We'll see you next time once again. You never know who we're going to beam in and talk with, but I'm sure Julie